What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there,
waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you. Complicate you.
Hey, everybody!
One of the most exciting things about getting a new place is deciding how you're going to decorate it.
But what if the person that you're getting a new place with doesn't really like your decorating ideas?
Today, we're going to talk about Decorum.
Decorum is a game designed by Charlie Mackin, Harry Mackin, and Drew Tannenbaum, and published by Floodgate Games.
Let's go to the table for a brief overview of how this game is played.
Decorum is a cooperative hidden information game for 2 to 4 players, where the players are trying to reach a compromise on how they want their house decorated. This is Decorum set up on the table for 2 players. On the right side, we have our house board. Now, our house board has 4 different rooms. We have our bathroom, our bedroom, our living room, and our kitchen. And each of these rooms can hold one of each of the 3 objects in the game. Each room also has a wall coloring, and these always have to be here, so I just place these out randomly. On the left hand side, we have our object board, and this is where we keep all the objects that we're trying to place into the house. There are 3 different objects. We have our wall hangings, curios, and our lamps. Now, the objects come in 4 different colors, and they also come in 4 different styles. So we got modern, we got antique, retro, and unusual. Now, keep in mind that each style of objects does not come in all 4 colors. So just be aware of that. Above the object board is where we keep our different wall colorings. At the top of the house, we have our round token, and we place that on the 1 spot. And then above the left side of the house, we have 3 heart tokens, and that's how many you use in a 2-player game. Now, play can begin. So, in Decorum, the players are trying to decorate this house with these objects. The thing is, each player has different ways that they want to decorate the house, and the other players don't know what those conditions are. So the object of the game is to get this house decorated to where it meets both players' conditions before the game ends. So this game is scenario based. So in a 2-player game, there are like 20 different scenarios. And in a 3 to 4 player game, there are 10 standalone scenarios. Now, being that this game is scenario based, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to open up any of the scenarios. I just want to give you an idea of what you're doing in this game. So, at the beginning of the game, they will open up one of those envelopes. I'm not going to turn these over. And one card will show how they want the house to be set up if they flipped it over. So I'm just going to put that down there, and we're just going to randomly set up the house. So let's say I put a lamp here, curio here. Let's throw a wall hanging up there. Let's put this curio over here. Another wall hanging over here. And let's flip this yellow out for a blue. Let's just throw that blue up there. So now, once the setup has been completed, then each player will get one of these cards. And what's on these cards is the conditions that they're trying to meet in order to be fulfilled for this house to be decorated the way they want it. So if we look at like this one, let's say, I'm gonna give you some examples. Let's say they won't be satisfied until all the rooms on the left side of the house are painted blue, or there are no lamps in the downstairs area. This guy over here, His might be there needs to be one green object in each of the rooms, or none of the walls can be painted red, something like that. So now play can begin. So on a player's turn, there are three things that's gonna happen. They're gonna take an action, then there's a fulfillment check, and then there's a comment. So let's talk about the action. Now, when you take your action, there are 5 things you can do. One thing you could do is you can take an object and place it in one of the rooms. Another thing you could do is you could take an object out of the house and place it back on the object board. Another thing you could do on your action is you can switch this wall hanging out for another wall hanging, putting it in that same spot. Another thing you can do as an action is you can change the color of one of the rooms. So I could change this red and get a blue. The 5th thing you could do is pass. And the only reason you will pass is if you have been fulfilled, which is the second thing you would do on your turn. So once you've taken your action, if you have fulfilled every condition on your card, then you would tell player 2, I am fulfilled. Letting them know you're good, but player 2 may not be good, because then the third thing you would do is you would ask them, how did my action make you feel? So for example, let's say player 1 takes this, decides to put this in the kitchen. Fulfillment check, he's not fulfilled yet, but then he asks player 2, how does that make you feel? And player 2, they can't be direct, like, you can't put that curio there. They can't answer like that. They got to say something like, I don't like that. Or they can say, I'm okay with that. I really love that you put that there. And then player 2 will do their turn. Now, once both players have taken their turn, this token will move. So now, if the token, there are 15, after 15 rounds, the token gets here, then, and they haven't fulfilled their conditions yet, then the players will have a heart-to-heart. And what a heart-to-heart does is they will reveal one of the conditions on their card to the other player, and vice versa. Then once they've done that, we will take one of these heart tokens, flip it over to the side that got the X, and place it above the right side of the house. And then we will move this token back up here. So now, when this token reaches here, they have a second heart-to-heart. When it comes around, reaches here, and that's round 25, they have a third heart-to-heart. Now, if it gets here, this is round 30, and they have not been fulfilled yet, they have lost the game. But let's say, before they even had their first heart-to-heart, they each were fulfilled. They have won the game, And as long as it happened before it gets to round 30, they have won the game. And then you could check on how well you did. So if for each condition that was met on these cards, they will get 3 points. And if they've met all their conditions and been totally fulfilled, then they will get an extra 2 points for each heart token they did not spend having a heart-to-heart talk. And that's pretty much all you're doing in this game. If you are able to cohabitate and compromise on how you want this house to look, then the players will be the winner of Decorum. So what did you think about the theme of this game?
I mean, the thing was cute enough. This is the first time. So I like cooperative games.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm used to cooperative games like where all the information is on the table.
Right.
This is the first cooperative game I played where that wasn't the case. So it did take a little getting used to.
I really did. I enjoyed this game because watching you try to figure out what my conditions were was fun to me. I'm sorry. That was fun.
So one of the things that you kept doing is I felt like you did overkill. For instance, if I put a blue retro and you said, "Oh, I don't like that," I wasn't gonna go change the color of the room. I'm gonna be like, "Well, let's see if he likes a green."
Right.
You didn't do that. You would go, "Let's change the whole room," and I'm like, "Why you gotta be so drastic?"
I wasn't trying to be I was trying to meet my conditions. Those are my conditions. No, and you're one to talk.
What are you talking about?
Because when we played the game and we were both fulfilled, and you ended up changing one of the rooms from red to another color. That had nothing to do with none of your conditions.
No,
and
we weren't fulfilled. It's just I had to change a couple of rooms and make them red. And I didn't want the whole house to be red. Ugh.
Right. So I was like, well, what did you change that room from red? You know, and he was like, I didn't like all that red. I'm like, that had nothing to do with none of your conditions.
It didn't, but I just didn't want all that red.
So that what I really liked about this game is usually in a cooperative game, you know, you want to involve everybody in the discussion. You know, you don't want to take over the game. And in this game, there's discussion, but there's like some debating. Like, wait, why would you? Is that the word?
It's not even a debate, but you just be like, why he do that?
Yeah. I mean, I was like, no, don't put that there. Why would you put that there?
Yeah.
You know, and then you couldn't wait to a heart-to-heart.
I couldn't.
You was like, can we have a heart-to-heart? We was like, we only on round 5. You was like, the heart-to-heart doesn't start till round 15. And you're sitting there like, can we have a heart? No, we can't have a heart-to-heart.
Well,
not yet.
Well, to our credit, it never took us 3 heart-to-hearts to win the game.
No, it didn't. We figured it out.
Fact,
I think it's because we've been married for so long, so we figured it out. I was always fulfilled before she was, and then she'll go mess stuff up. Yeah, that's what you did.
I messed stuff up.
Yep, that's what you did. So I had to figure out another way. I was thinking, happy wife, happy life. Let me move this lamb, try to compromise, you know. But
for you.
Yeah, but okay. So we've been going off on a tangent, and for that. But first of all, I really enjoyed this game. You know, I enjoyed this game because, like I said, it gave you that chance to kind of go back and forth or where stuff is going to be placed. So it had it sparked I don't want to say argument. I want to say a misunderstanding that we had to clear up.
It was fun to try to communicate without actually talking.
So we've done. I mean, we played what? We're in scenario 5, and I'm interested to see what comes up next. But I really did. We really did enjoy this game. You know, I mean, I speak for myself. I'm sorry. I really enjoyed this game. Did you enjoy this game?
Yes, I thought the game. I think the game is fun, engaging, and I think it's a great way. This is a game that you can introduce to newcomers.
Yeah, because I think they will really enjoy it.
It's fun and it's not a lot of rules, so it's easy to learn. So this is a great entree into the hobby.
Yeah, it promotes that cash talking. Should I ask, like, how does this game make you feel? Should I be saying?
No, please don't.
Well, anyway, so that's Decorum. We really enjoy Decorum. And like I said, we're going to finish the scenario and see how it goes. But yes, this is definitely a great game to introduce to your family and friends. So, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.